top, not that these two pieces match each other by any means, but it is an option when it comes to choices today with Iman's collection on clearance. This one is it's a resort skirt. This is the luxury resort scarf skirt that comes with a little self tie. We've got this in the berry and navy stripe right here. We've got this in the yellow and navy stripe. We also have it for you in the jade ocean blue. So this is the one that I was saying is a stretch jersey knit. This is the most limited, by the way, the ocean blue jade combination. I might even have that backwards for you. But I think this is just such an interesting cut in the design and use of the fabrics, because you can see the angle of the stripe changes right here at the side panel. So it does a lot of fun, I guess, trickery to the eye, doing something very flattering to the body.
Yes, yes. The whole idea behind having sort of the asymmetric stripe is to sort of trick the eye. It gives you like a sort of slimming effect, makes you look longer and leaner. I love the way that Emily is wearing it back with the tank right there. And actually that color, I think going into the fall is going to be fantastic as well, if you can pick that up. But I mean, what a great skirt. It's such a versatile skirt. You could dress this up, dress it down, like she's wearing it with that tank. You could wear it with a pair of, strappy heels if you wanted to, if you were going to a nice dinner or, going somewhere. I don't know if you're going anywhere these days, but if you are able to go out and go somewhere, or you could wear it back with, your flip-flops or, just a pair of slides or even a pair of tennis shoes. This is really cute with a pair of tennis shoes, actually, if you're running around with the kids, dropping them at camp, whatever it is that you've got going on this summer. And so it's just a nice alternative to maybe, you're used to throwing on your shorts or, your Bermudas or your clam diggers or whatever it is. Boy, and it's so soft because it's got jersey again. So, I mean, it's just such an easy option.
I'm so hoping for parents with kids that they're able to take their kids to camps this summer. Our kids must be going crazy like the rest of us, and I guess with all of that in mind, it's like, it is a treat to just give yourself like, okay, I'm gonna treat myself to a skirt because I'm giving everything to everybody. I mean, at least I've been feeling that way lately. It's like, as women, we take care of everybody before we take care of ourselves. And maybe this is a moment where you can say, just for me, it's not a big deal, but for example, like this one, it's a pull-on skirt, so you can see this is just a beautiful little self-tie that you can remove entirely if you want to. But just to slip this on, even if you're wearing like a one-piece or two-piece bathing suit, sitting by the pool. Oh, yeah. I don't ever like walking around without at least a little swim wrap or something. This could double as that.
This could absolutely double as that. That's a great point. I would wear this back with my one-piece bathing suit, easy. But it's just, one and done. You just throw it on. Like you said, it's a pull-up, elastic waistband. Super easy. And another thing during these times, sometimes it's just nice to put on a skirt and feel feminine and look, feel like you look pulled together, even if you've been sitting in the house for the last, 5 days in your pajamas, like some of us do. Some of us
that shall remain unnamed, Kate Holiday. Right. No. What other options do we have, really? I mean, that's the only time we go out is if we have to go to the grocery store or need something for the house. But I love that this is just such a unique style, not only from the fact that it's an asymmetrical silhouette, but the fact that the angle of the stripe changes. On the left-hand panel, it's probably easier to see on that berry color that Emily is wearing. It just really does, kind of just slims a little bit off the hips. So that, I'm always looking for that kind of a design. Here's the Jade Ocean, most limited. Here's your berry, and then here's your yellow and navy. The item is 685-785. Great too, like you said, with fall and the tall boots that I can't wait to wear again. Terrific choice. Yeah, this is my favorite part of
it. It's not even July. I'm like, when can I wear my boots?
I know, me too. It's one of my favorite things. I love it. But summer is in the air and clearance is happening in a